we are good to go. And let me take a quick look because I see some unfamiliar names. So we will do the usual drill. We will go over the fundamentals of our token at the start. If you have any questions and you do not want to talk to me because we are recording this and uploading it to YouTube, you can always drop your question in the chat and ping me on it so I am able to read it out and then answer the question itself. Perfect. I guess we can start with the whole fundamental part, about 15 minutes. Always starting with the tax part, because we got this question quite a lot. Why do we need a 15% buy and sell tax? So notice the tax is a flat tax, so this means every buy and every sell gets taxed with 15%. A important side note, because we had this happening while the team was sleeping this night our time. Also transfers from wallet to another wallet get taxed. Please keep this in mind if you happen to want to put your banks, for example. So this person, he wanted to move 11 trillion tokens to a ledger, a hardware wallet. He did, let's say, forget that also wallet-to-wallet transfers get taxed. This is normal in reward tokens. We can provide tax-free transactions. If you happen to need to move your banks to another wallet. He simply forgot about this. He moved 11 trillion tokens this night to his hardware wallet. He got taxed the 15%, which is roughly, I'd say roughly 1.7 trillion tokens. The problem appearing with this was the 1.7 trillion tokens. Of course, they, did bump up our contract wallet. I will go over how the contract works, so everyone knows what happened this night with this dip appearing. And basically our contract sold. I think it was for around 18 or 19k in total, which did create a bigger dip at this time. So please keep in mind, if you really need to transfer your tokens, you can talk to one of us, one of the team. We can provide tax-free wallet transactions. If there are any, let's say for example you want to put it on a hardware wallet, we can provide a tax-free transaction for this. Just do not move your funds just from wallet to wallet. You will get taxed. This is how a reward token is working. Keep this in mind, and just a little explanation what happened before. Alright, so let's start with the tax itself. As I said before, 15% buy and sell tax, flat tax. 8% are allocated into BUSD reflections. The way this contract works is pretty simple once explained. So our contract is collecting the tax in our token. So for example, you buy 100 banks, you will get taxed 15 banks for this buy, and these 15 banks are collected by our contract. Now 8% of this tax are used for BUSD reflections. The contract is collecting our tokens until a certain threshold. The threshold right now is set at around 300 billion tokens. So once the contract got filled up with 300 billion tokens, the next cell appearing will trigger the contract cell. This is the time when you will see 3 or 4 cells appearing right after each other, displaying the same wallet address. The wallet address actually displayed in, for example, Dextools can vary from the actual wallet triggering the cell. It could be, for example, PancakeSwap liquidity. It could show our own token contract. Yeah, so this varies a little bit, but you can always keep your eye on the actual payday in our dashboard. So this for the BUSD reflections. You do not need to do anything to receive the BUSD reflections. So basically, you can only hold your banks in your wallet. Just be sure to also add BUSD, the token, the stablecoin BUSD to your wallet, so it will show up. But you will receive all the BUSD automatically. You can manually claim them through our dashboard. We do always advise not to do so, simply for the fact because you have to pay the gas fee yourselves for this manual claim. So just have a little bit of patience. The dollars will come to you automatically. Yeah, it might take some time after the contract sale actually appearing, because right after the contract sale, with every transaction happening, around 4 to 8 holders are receiving their BUSD rewards. So this for the reflection part. We have 4% allocated into marketing and our fund. We have 2% used for manual buyback and burns, and we have 1% added automatically into liquidity. Also a very important part, because we still need to work a little bit on a healthy liquidity ratio. Side note for the buyback and burn, this is a manual buyback and burn, so the first actual burn we made was, I think, earlier this week, with around 9.9 trillion tokens, worth at the time roughly $40,000. This was the first burn. Right now we are consecutively buying back the token, and we are gathering the token, just to burn them step by step. So this for the whole tax part. Keep in mind, every transaction is getting taxed: buy, sell, and also transferring. Keep this in mind. We will also add a warning on our website in the future, so no one runs into this issue. This is something which appears quite often with reward tokens, but yes. Can the tax collected from a transfer, such as the guy who lost 1.7 trillion, can it be reverted back to original wallet if done by accident? No, we do not have access to the wallet collecting everything. It cannot be reverted. This is important. If this happens, we cannot revert the actual transaction happening. The member which this happened, of course this is a very big chunk, 1.7 trillion tokens. We will look as a team to at least a part of it, we didn't talk about it yet, but at least a part of it as a compensation from our own team vestings, because we do not have another way to compensate him for this little mistake happening. Which I can totally feel and understand the person, because it was basically one little mistake which led to 1.7 trillion tokens lost. And actually we cannot revert the actual transaction. It got back in the form of BUSD rewards to the holders. It got back in the form of some parts of it, of course, for the fund and for the marketing wallet, but we cannot actually compensate him directly. Not possible from the whole contract side. And of course, we are looking to at least part of it, compensate a part of it. If you want to keep it this way, everyone benefited from his loss. This is true, but still, it is a lot he lost with one little mistake made. So of course, as a team, we want to at least try to compensate him, because it was actually lost because he wanted to secure his tokens on a hardware wallet. which shows he's really a real holder. He has no intention at all to sell. We know he's very, very active in the community. So yeah, of course we try to compensate him. At least, yeah, what's possible for us to compensate. But just keep in mind, every transaction is getting taxed. Yeah, this is normal to reward tokens. Keep this in mind for the future, everyone. Okay, so now for our token itself, what is the actual goal for our token? So we want to create a ecosystem dedicated to passive income. We have a very unique approach to passive income. Of course, the first step made was the actual reward token. There is one main problem with reward tokens. The BUSD reflections, they are always dependent on the trade volume. So if we, yeah, this times happen. So the last week, the past week was a very, very silent week in the crypto space overall, volume-wise. And if we have this more silent weeks, there are not that many BUSD rewards to be distributed. So this is the first problem facing a reward token. It is simply a reward token itself without any utility added is not sustainable long term in the future. You would always need to add some sort of utility to it to maintain the passive income. So the first addition we made was the Bankers Whale Fund. This is a community fund. We will take a look at this fund in a second. And there are more different things to come in the future. Yeah, we are looking to develop our own launchpad with our own twists to the launchpad. We are actually right now taking a look at possibilities for NFT marketplaces, but we would not create NFTs as an actual art. The NFT itself would be a utility. So nothing directly announced yet. We are waiting for quotes. We are waiting on different devs, on the possibilities we have with the direction we want to go. But just keep in mind, every single addition to the ecosystem, as for example our whale fund, it will always have the intention to create an additional source of passive income. So let's say for the whale fund, we let the holders participate in the yield. For example, with a launchpad and the fees we are taking, we would participate the holders in parts of the fees. So there is always this passive income background for our token and for our ecosystem. Well, I feel so bad for the good whales out. I wish I could help him. Yeah, yeah. This is not a nice situation, definitely. Because he really wanted to hold the token, yeah, even on a hardware wallet, wanted to be safe from this side, and then he got, yeah, because of this little mistake made, he lost quite a lot. Yeah. I mean, how much could the devs help with such a big bag lost? Yeah, the thing is, we cannot help with money from the project. So let's say, for example, taking a marketing money out of the project or something like this, we cannot help in this way, but we might be able to at least help and compensate parts of it with our private wallets. But let's see. Yeah, we won't announce anything for the compensation. We will see the way we are possible to maybe compensate him later, and yeah, let's see. But yeah, we won't share this information for the compensation because I don't think it's necessary. Yeah. Okay. So for the whale fund, the strategy, it is pretty straightforward. The strategy we are going with the whale fund. We have the marketing wallet, and parts of the marketing wallet are used for fund investments. The way we invest into different projects, some people might have seen the last poll to add SafeMoon into our community fund. But the way we work is we are vetting different projects. So we as a team, just a little background info for the team itself. The founders team are 4 people based in Germany. We have 2 trained bankers working as financial advisors, which also includes me as the trained banker and financial advisor. We have 1 insurance agent and a software developer. So this is a very unique team in the crypto space. You will also see us in the future approaching things a little bit differently than the usual crypto space. But yes, this is basically the intention. So we are vetting the projects for the long-term potential. We are vetting the projects from the team side. So yeah, if possible, we want, of course, to talk a little bit with the team and to take a look if the team is safe, considered safe from our side. Once we are done with all the vetting and the project itself and the team is considered as safe, we will set it up as a poll. There will be a change in the future for the poll, for ongoing polls. We will add a voting system to our dashboard, so only banks holders can actually vote in the future. Your voting power will also be kind of regulated by the amount of banks you're holding. So the more banks you're holding, the more voting power you will receive. It's the same logic as for the BUSD rewards, and it is also the same kind of logic as, for example, for shares and real companies. Important note here, this is not so we are not looking to actively trade in the fund. This is a very important fact. We are not looking to swing trade different projects. If we invest in a project, we are aiming for a long-term investment. Of course, there might be positions, especially for ICOs, in which we say, all right, after a 10x, a 20x, a 30x, we need to cost average a little bit out. We won't dump on the project, but because of course we do care about our investments. We would never dump on a project. We know when to sell and how to sell, so it is not affecting the chart in any harmful way if we ever needed to take, let's say, at least a bit of profit out. The actual yield generated, at least parts of it, will be distributed to our holders. We will also take a look at the yield distribution in a second. For now, isn't changing. For now, we can take a look at the actual. This is just the early distribution of the assets. This will change. This is changing all the time. We are looking for another way to display it in the actual presentation. It is just what we came up early when we kickstarted the fund. As a very, very basic way to start the fund. So we have 10% allocated into ICOs. Of course, ICOs do have the most upward potential, but still, even if we consider them safe, this is still crypto. You never know what happens in the future with such an ICO. So we want to keep this position at 10%. This is enough for the fund itself. 20% are used for staking, 30% right now roughly used for reward tokens, and 40% right here displayed as cash. Cash is just a financial term for a reserve because we are dollar cost averaging our investments in. This is the traditional way of investing long term, and it is also the traditional way of our approach with our investments in the fund. So we will constantly work on the positions in our fund. We will constantly work on the wallet sizes because of course we want to reach a decent wallet size overall in the project, so we can see a good yield returning. This is a lot easier in ICOs. We will see this later on when we take a look at the actual fund investments which are going on at the moment. This is a lot easier, of course, in ICOs and a lot harder to achieve in bigger projects, as for example Evergrow Coin. You need quite some money to achieve a decent wallet size there. But keep in mind this will change. There are also for the future a lot of additions coming to this fund, as for example yield farming. We are taking a look into properties in the metaverse, which you could possibly rent out or use as a ad place. We are looking into mining, yeah. So this is another way of creating passive income as a fund. But of course, this is for this moment the easiest way to actually grow the fund and kickstart it. Yeah, there will be more things coming in the future, but right now, for this moment, this is the easiest way. I see already. Please no metaverse. No. Yeah, this is also why in the end the community will decide on the investments added. Yeah, this is always the more people vote yes, and then of course we will add it. If everyone votes no, then we won't add it. Yeah, this is the way it goes. Just taking a quick overview of the chat. I want to see how much the whale gets reimbursed from the team. I have a few whale friends that I told about this project. We could maybe if we can do something about it, we could maybe show it. Of course, just keep in mind this is also from our private pockets, and we will most likely not be able to reimburse the whole 1.7 trillion. Yeah. Okay. No more question. All right. So we can take a look at the distribution, which is a very quick part. We are not distributing any yield at this moment because, of course, the fund is right now roughly 2.5 weeks old. It takes some time to grow the fund, to grow the holdings and investments in the fund. Yeah, this all takes time. It is also dependent a little bit on our volume. So overall, yeah, we did come up with a number. So if you take the addition we did as a team to the fund out, the actual investments of around 150k of fund size, we could possibly start to distribute yield. The community said already, no, please take longer time, compound the yield into the fund itself, and start at a later stage with the actual yield distribution. Of course, again, community will vote on this in the end. We will just see where the way is going with the actual fund. 25% used for marketing/charity. Marketing does also include compounding into the fund itself. So if we do not need any additional marketing money, we will use the money to compound into the fund itself. We do also have a charity portion for the fund. This is just a sustainable way of donating to charity because we do not need to take active money out of our project. If you saw before, when we took a look at taxes, of course, we could just simply allocate a tax just for charity, but this would always mean that we would need to collect our token and then sell it off to be able to donate. And this is not the way we want to maintain a charity donation in the future. So this for the yield distribution. You can see already 75% is quite a bit allocated to our holders, especially if you take in consideration that the fund at some point will reach a big size, around 500k, 1 million. Yeah, we will never stop to invest in the fund. So we will always use the portion of the marketing wallet or the marketing tax for actual fund investments. So the more volume we generate, the more money is also coming into the fund itself. And this is just crazy if you think about it, especially if we hit volumes of 500,000 in 24 hours and higher. Yeah, this is quite crazy what we could achieve with this fund. A big incentive for long-term holders, additionally, and this is what we want to achieve. Yeah, we want to create a project which people are really willing to hold because they are actually receiving a lot back from the project. This is the approach we are taking with our project, and also always the main goal behind the project. All right. So do we have, for the fundamental part, any questions? I can't see a question right now in the chat. You can just drop it in the chat and tag me on the question. Nah, thank you, Moneybin. Otherwise, we could take a quick look at our fund itself. I think we can start this right now because I can't see an additional question. Give me a second. So the way you can take a look at our fund, pretty simple. You visit our website. There is a part which says DApp. So this is our application. A little bit of loading time. You see here our reward dashboard. You can always just copy paste your wallet, which contains the banks. You can just copy paste it in here. You do not actually need to connect your wallet at all. It is simply enough to just copy paste your address in here, and you will see the total earned so far, and you would also see rewards which are not claimed yet. If you wanted to claim them manually, you would need to connect your wallet, and then you can claim your rewards manually. As I said before, we advise not to do so because you would have to actually pay the gas fee yourselves. So this for the reward dashboard. So in addition, we added this progress bar. This shows the progress until our next payday comes in. So we called it paydays. Every time the contract sells for the BUSD rewards, it will be a payday. Once at 100%, the next sell will trigger the actual payday. So you can always take a look at the actual progress bar itself. But let's take a look at the interesting part, which is the fund. Keep in mind, it takes a little bit of time for our system to fetch the data from the wallet itself. And here you can see, the ongoing investments for our fund. We did need to split them in two parts. So this is the actual display of the wallet itself. At this top side, you can see all the tokens and coins and projects which are actually in our wallet itself. So this data is just a live track data of our wallet. And right here, you can see staked portions of our wallet. Not of our wallet, but of our investments. Because of course, if we are using something to actually stake, we need to give the tokens away into the staking contract. I got tagged here, but no, I guess it's an old one. We can see right here some additions made already. We have Moon, which was on ICO early launch. They had the staking utility ready. We consider the team as very safe. The investment so far did very, very well. I think we are sitting on a roughly 4x right now. Keep in mind, we did dollar cost average into this ICO. We did have private sale rates for the fund. We did have pre-sale rates for the fund. And we actually dollar cost average at dips, and we have been luckily enough to catch the dips at the very bottom of Moon. So quite a big amount of tokens we accumulated here for the ICO. I think this is the top 5, around the range of the top 5 wallets for Moon itself. Still a very, very early investment. You can also see the actual Moon tokens we are holding are only 405 in our wallet. The majority of the tokens are actively staked to create additional rewards for us. But we could actually, because this is very interesting as well, from the fund side, we could take a look at Moon's chart right now. and I could show you some insight of when we invested and how we invested. So we can see right here. Pretty nice chart. Keep in mind, this is a V2 launch of Moon. They had a contract issue right at the first launch. What most of the times will happen if you run into a contract issue is that you will see the people at the V2 launch selling off pretty hard right after launch, which is just basically stupid. If the team did handle the whole contract issue well, this is nothing unique to run into a contract issue, especially with an ICO. This happens a lot of times. It just depends on the team itself, how they are handling this whole contract issue. But basically, of course, we have been able to buy at private sale and pre-sale rates. I think it was right around this time where we dollar cost averaged the first time in, and we actually dollar cost averaged, let me see, yes, it was right around here, and one more smaller part here. And right now at this stage we didn't dollar cost average more into it. They had a pretty good run as well, as we said, around a 4 to, I think it is a 4x in total if you take our complete fund investment into Moon, which we are sitting on right now. Not even counted in the actual staking rewards we received so far, which have been quite a lot since the fund was staking right with the start of Moon itself. So this for the ICO, just a little little background how we invested in there, because some people also asked about it. You can see other additions, as for example Moonrock was also I think it was one of the first additions we made into the fund. Will still dollar cost average in all of this investments ongoing. You will see here, if you take a look, our own token. So 5 trillion tokens of our own token. We did not buy them with the fund, because this is also a question we received. We did not buy them with the fund. This was part of a team vesting the team waived on, so we did say no, we do not want the tokens. We will put them into the fund just to help it kickstart with some BUSD reflections. 1 second, just scooping through the chat. Do we get a choice of diffs in BUSD or the tokens themselves? You mean from the fund? Hard question, because we could implement a way, for example, if we are holding Moonrock, which is reflecting in their own token, or if we are holding, let's say, for example, SafeMoon, because the poll is actually over. We might be able. The actual plan was to distribute, yes, as Robert said, in BNB. I think we will leave this again open, because the actual distribution contract is still in development, so we can still change things for the actual distribution contract, because we do not have any rush to develop the distribution contract. It was initially planned with BNB. There's also some people told us we should pay out the yield in the fund additionally also in BUSD, just because it's a stable token. But let's see. This is still open. Just think of possible ways, and then we can decide as a community, because from the possibilities, a lot is possible in the future. All right. Here, the 5 trillion banks not bought from the fund in our token. This is not the intention we have with the fund itself. We are not and will not buy our tokens with the fund. This is not the intention. The fund has the intention to create an additional source of income which is completely independent of our token. Yeah, so even if our token has zero volume going on and no BUSD rewards are actually generated for the holders, we would still be able to provide a source of income for everyone. So this is the main intention. This was just a addition we made as a team. We said, all right, this team vesting of around 5 trillion tokens, we will put it into the fund, and it will help itself, yeah, with the BUSD rewards to even compound the fund further. But yes, so right here, what you see here, this is 100% displayed of the fund itself. Nothing missing. We will also add the fund wallet address additionally on this side, so everyone can check himself in BSC scan. But nothing missing here. We did add the staked tokens a few days ago just to grant 100% transparency also with the fund itself, because somehow, yeah, it also annoyed myself to see that that we haven't been able to display the staking portion of the fund. But right now, fixed and ready for the future. All right. So right now, the poll for SafeMoon is over. Let me just double check it. Right. Give me a second. So many pinned messages here. Okay, so 70% voted yes to add SafeMoon as the next position for the fund. So yeah, of course, we will then proceed to find our entry points and our dollar cost average points into SafeMoon itself. More to come. I think the next vote will be in the next few days. Let's see. Just for the people which are making the suggestions. So if anyone here has a suggestion for a project to be added into the community fund, we are checking them all step by step because we are actually receiving a lot of different projects. Don't be sad if your project, your favorite project for the fund is not on the voting or on the next voting. Yeah, we cannot implement every single project. just keep this in mind. And also we need to work on more risk management in the fund, because right now in the fund there are a lot of risky positions, a lot of very early positions, and we need to work more on the risk management of the fund itself. So it's very possible that the next edition again will be maybe even a so-called blue chip crypto, so a very, very big crypto, which is unlikely to fail, but also of course has less upwards potential. But still, with such a fund, do not underestimate the amount of money we will be able to invest in the future with the volume picking up. Yeah, we always need to find a good balance. Because if the times are getting very, very hard in crypto, even a $50 million project can be wiped if things go very, very bad in the crypto space. So of course we need to work on this overall risk management a little bit more. Okay, so total sum, if you take out the amount we did put ourselves into the fund from the team, it is roughly $33,000 in 2.5 weeks. Keep in mind, these weeks haven't been very, very big volume-wise. Yeah, so there was actually not that much of volume to actually create additional funds to invest. But I think right now we have again around 11, roughly 11 BNB ready to invest, and we did earlier this week, I guess, dollar cost average around 13 BNB it was. So if we keep this pace up, you will see the fund growing every single week. And also we will have, as we have for the growth numbers, so every Friday we are publishing some growth numbers for social media, which is also a very, very interesting part. Because we can see the Twitter followers, the Reddit subreddits, for the Facebook page, for the Discord server, all these things. We are just not displaying our Telegram channel because, of course, with the pre-sale we had and with some promotions we did run, a lot of bots have been joining this channel. We are constantly, that's why you see this number sometimes dropping down from 300 to dropping down by 300 to 400 members, because we are just kicking every single bot. Yeah, but the bots are very smart, and it is sometimes hard to see the difference between a bot and a actual member. So it might take some time to clean out our Telegram community from all of the bots. Excellent transparency check. Yes, of course, always working on the transparency. Also keep in mind, if you do have any questions, just I'm no bot. Okay, we'll keep that in mind, Reggie. If there are any questions, you are always free to ask anything in this chat. Yeah, we are also not, how do you call it? We do not have a quick finger for a ban or a mute if you talk about other projects in here. This is intended with this project. Yeah. We want everyone to join, to share their ideas for different projects, maybe share the potential they might have. Of course, do not start to hard chill any project in here, but if you have project suggestions, yeah, and you drop them in the chat, just feel free to do so. This is intended in this group. All right. So this for the fun part and our fundamental part. We can now talk a little bit about future marketing and things we are looking into for the future, just to work on the overall exposure. We have a press release ongoing. It was last week? Or this week? No, it was this week, I think. We fully listed as tracked on CMC, which was the hurdle we needed to take to be able to get a press release. So the press release, which is going on since yesterday, it is around 600 sources. These sources do also include Yahoo Finance and Bloomberg. For the Bloomberg part, it might happen, it might not happen. The Yahoo Finance part will happen on Monday. Also the Bloomberg part, if it happens, it will happen on Monday. But Bloomberg itself, they always take the option if they want to publish it or if they do not want to publish it. So we will see, but the Yahoo Finance will definitely hit on Monday. And basically we will see different articles in different languages, at different times throughout the week and next week being published. So this was the first move we made. It is creating a lot of exposure actually for the token itself. The next thing after the press release is that we want to start to work on our YouTube appearance. So not from our own channel in which we upload the AMAs, for the overall YouTube appearance. We are right now picking out some different influencers for YouTube, which could make a review for our token. This is something we want to work on a constant base on, because YouTube grants you a way of a very, very constant exposure to the public. If you compare this to a, for example, Twitter influencer, the Twitter post, no one will see the Twitter post in, latest one day. No one will see it additionally. No one will care about this Twitter promotion after one day. With a YouTube video, you have a whole different approach, because people which follow the YouTuber and like his videos, or stumble upon that YouTuber and taking a look at past videos, they will all see the review of our token, for example. Additionally, if people stumbled upon our name and just go to YouTube and search our name, they will find different videos of different YouTubers making a review of our token. YouTube is a very, very powerful tool. Very powerful. So this is what we want to work on. Of course, just keep this in mind, yeah. We won't be able to just get the biggest YouTubers out there to make a video or a review or a interview with us, yeah. This is not possible from the actual fund side, yeah, because they are very, very, very expensive. But of course, with time going on, we will see different YouTubers adding our video. Of course, we already have some YouTube videos out there of smaller channels. We didn't know of these videos. They just made them as content, I guess, for their community. But yes, this is what we want to focus on for the near future. Additionally, we are taking a look at TikTok. Because TikTok, what did Moneybin say? I think he said TikTok is the cheat code for marketing. Basically, he is very right, because if you pick the right TikTok influencers with live feeds, which do live content and also a lot of smaller content, if we partner with them, if we find a way to partner with them, it will help us tremendously. Yeah, TikTok is a very, very powerful tool, and as we said before, there is no switch we can just turn on and make our chart pump. Yeah, this is not possible. This will always be a combination of community effort for the whole shilling, the Reddit shilling. We have been going on a lot, the Twitter shilling, yeah, every like, every retweet, every upvote and comment helps tremendously with exposure. So if you have the time and you are willing to do it and join us, just do it. It helps your investment a lot. Wait, there was a question. Plans to update BSC scan with social profiles info. Yes, did already reach out to them. They said our community is not, how did they say in the email? Our community is not that, yeah, let's say well developed enough for them to yeah, I was shocked too. But this was before the Coingecko and CoinMarketCap listing. So I did reach out to them again, that they should change the info on BSC scan for our token, just to implement every information from our socials, yeah, which also helps with the exposure overall. Let's see what they are saying. What I found SafeMoon early because some 13-year-old kids made a TikTok about. Yeah, exactly. This is the thing with TikTok, because if you just scroll through your For You page and you have been watching or had quite a lot of watch time on crypto-related content or crypto-related influencers, of course, the algorithm will show you in your For You page different influencers and different crypto content. This is a huge marketing tool, TikTok. But of course, you need to work with the right influencers. What this is the YouTuber I heard banks from. Okay, I didn't see this video yet, I think. Hodl and Win. No, basically haven't seen this video. Need to take a look afterwards, because never had contact with this YouTube channel, Hodl and Win. But nice to have a video out there. And Rally, yes, again, we applied for the change of the social information. Yeah, let's see if they update it. I guess it might be the same as with everything. That in the end you have to, yeah, to pay a little bit of money to get this updated, but we will see. Working on on the PC scan. All right. So yeah, YouTube, TikTok. These are the things we want to focus on for the future. As we said before, it creates a very, very good amount of exposure. And personally, from the experience we've made and we've seen with different marketing strategies, Twitter and all that stuff, Telegram promos, they are very, very useful for the early stage, for pre-sale, whitelist filling, and all that stuff. But with a ongoing project, of course, we are constantly mixing some different Twitter influencers or Telegram promos in throughout the week. But to focus on it, I think this is completely the wrong approach for marketing. Yeah, I would rather have a good YouTuber with a decent community creating a video for us, which is basically on YouTube, yeah, forever, unless he deletes his channel or YouTube deletes itself. Get rid of the bots. So yeah, basically the thing we want to focus on. So TikTok, because TikTok is actually huge and the algorithm is working fine. If you want to target a audience. What if BankersDream get mainstream in TikTok? This project make ultra. Yeah, definitely. But of course, hard to get a hype, to create a hype. It is not a easy task marketing wise. But of course, if we never start to go for TikTok and YouTube and all that stuff, yeah, we wouldn't see any results if we basically do not start there. Additionally, we are right now working on the background to register BankersDream as a registered company. Because this opens a lot of different doors. As a registered company, we want to apply for a listing on, for example, SafeMoon's swap. Did already talk. Yeah, it was basically a quick email conversation I had with the listing manager of SafeMoon. This is a requirement to be a registered company. That's why we are currently working on this. No, don't start when SafeMoon, please. This is nothing fixed yet, but of course, once we are finished with this registered company thing, we will be able to apply for the SafeMoon listing. And I think with the community we have, we do have a decent chance to get listed on SafeMoon, which of course will be another nice catalyst for the project. What December DeMarco was the guy on YouTube a couple weeks ago. Quick mention, he said you have to risk it for the biscuit. Yeah, this video I saw of December DeMarco, who called us out before the first pump. I think if his people are still in here, they are sitting on quite a lot of money. But yeah. Yeah, also December DeMarco, we did not have any contact with him. So it was nice to see YouTubers actually taking an incentive and talking about our project. I suspect the registering requirement is due to their imminent exchange. Possibly. Yes, possibly. Very possible that this is the first step they make to create an easy way to transition the projects listed on the swap, to transition them into the exchange. This is also why we, of course, want to list on SafeMoon Swap because of the imminent exchange of SafeMoon. And yeah, the earlier we get our hands on such things with very nice communities in the project, of course, helps a lot in the future. But of course, just stick with us there, the actual registration of the company, because we need to do it a little bit twisted for a crypto project, or for this crypto project. It might take a week or 2 weeks, depending on how fast we can get the quotes back and everything. But then, of course, we will reach out immediately to SafeMoon and keep you all updated regarding this thing. Okay, so this for the next steps we want to make in the future. Registering company, applying for the SafeMoon swap listing, hopefully getting through the whole listing process. Press release is ongoing right now. Then we want to focus on YouTube and TikTok. And yeah, of course, don't worry, we mix in a lot of different marketing methods. For example, Twitter influencers or Telegram channels, just for a quick shout out, just to work on the overall exposure. But keep in mind, as a community, and especially with our community, which is very, very, very strong, you can take a huge part of the whole exposure thing. So just keep in mind, we have, this Reddit post list going on from, I think it's either Dale or Chris, also Moneybin sharing a lot of different links you can go to. If something like this gets shared, for example, in Satoshi Street Bets, we have been able already as a community to reach hot trending one, for example, in Satoshi Street Bets, and this creates a lot of exposure naturally for us. This is all community effort, and this helps tremendously. And of course, the more people joining in, this is some kind of exponential thing. Do we eat dips for breakfast? Yeah, we do. With more and more people joining in on this, commenting, liking, upvoting on a regular base, this helps tremendously with overall exposure. Actually, I can show an example in our own chart for this. Derek, you want to ask something?
Go on.
Okay. Just let me know if you want to ask something, Derek. Because you have... Hello?
Paul?
Yeah?
Hello?
Hello?
How are you?
I'm fine. I'm fine. Hello.
If I see this chart, I'm also fine, if you want to know.
I hope so.
No, my question is, I know for like CMC or CoinGecko ranking, you have also some, I don't know if you have idea for that, or is this planned? I think also that is one of a big step. If then people see, oh wow, rank, I don't know, 100, 200, 300, and if we go up and up,
Definitely, you mean this whole CoinMarketCap trending thing?
Exactly, yes. Also the rank, the number, where are you? Where are we with the market caps? I think right now we should be something where, I don't know, 400, 500. But as we grow and grow, because I know from other projects, I mean, it took them, or still taking them 2-3 months just to get listed.
Definitely, yeah, but this is also something which opened up, for example, as a marketing opportunity to get CoinMarketCap trending, for example, but additionally, for example, top gainers. Yesterday we did, it was very, very close yesterday, because we had a growth of roughly 53-54% in 24 hours showing up at CoinMarketCap, and we have been for a shorter period of time in this top gainers list. For example, this is something you cannot buy as a marketing strategy. We are top gainers, which is why this is so valuable for a project to get into this top gainers list. But the normal things, like for example CoinMarketCap trending, or all that stuff, of course we will do this in the future. Yeah, this is a nice way of creating exposure. But overall, right now, for example, in this current market, we see I would not go for CoinMarketCap trending, for example, because overall the market is very, very silent. Yeah, there is less volume you see overall in different projects. Yeah, not a lot of buy pressure really building up in the overall market. Once this changes, then you have the perfect time to go for CoinMarketCap trending or something like this. But right now, in this current market situation, it would be a kind of a money waste, if you can get what I want to say there.
Yeah, but sorry, I was not meaning that. I mean, you know, with like, let's say that way. So Bitcoin is number one. Then we have Ethereum. Then you have other. I mean that ranking.
At this ranking, this from the market cap ranking.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, of course, it would be nice to climb up there. Of course, but this is also completely dependent of, for example, the market cap itself. Yeah, the biggest projects on BSC, for example, all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
But completely, most of the times, especially with a market cap display with Bitcoin on top, because this basically has the biggest market cap in crypto, you will always be dependent on your own market cap. There is no way to get yourself cheated in there. Yeah, you need to grow to this spot, and then of course it shows you will receive a lot of exposure automatically. First goal, top 100. Exactly, top 100. For example, for BSC projects, this is a nice goal to have. Right now, we are working with smaller goals. So when we reached the 1 million, we said, all right, next goal we want to tackle for the near future is 10 million. And from there, of course, go step by step. There are always smaller goals we want to set. 1,000 holders, for example, was a very nice goal for the early stage. And then with little steps we make, we will see that we will get, with every little step we made so far, we will get closer to this big steps we want to take in the future. All right. Why did I open the chart? Because of marketing. Yes. So you see here, when did we start? Around 15th of January, we did start with this first. Yeah, it seems small, but it was at this time a big pump for us. We did start here. Keep in mind there was nothing except some specialty people joining in the community, as for example Harry, Dale, Moneybin, which took this community to the next level from the activity side. And basically it all started right here with a lot of Reddit exposure. Yeah, there was no additional exposure right at this time. We paid for no influencer, we paid for no big influencer, but somehow, of course, we created this pump here. Then we had this consolidation phase. Again, of course, there were some smaller promos running, but nothing special. Yeah, there was no Traveler call or Caesar call or something like this. We have been working on constant exposure with the project. And at some point, of course, especially with the Reddit chilling going crazy, we did start another good run here. Yeah. Now keep in mind we have nothing additionally added for the run here on top. Around this time here, we did list on Coingecko, which of course, as we all know, Coingecko and CoinMarketCap, if you list on them, they lead to some kind of a pump, but people tend to give a listing way too much credit. Yeah, this was just a topping we had with the listing. Yes, especially the market was crashing on top of us. So for the people which are not aware of this fact, we are paired with BNB. So our token banks is actively paired with BNB. This means in this time, the market, this was the time around this time when BNB did sit on quite some red numbers there, and this was dragging us down because if you take, for example, right here in Dextools, you can see our liquidity pool is made up of BNB. So we have 458 BNB pooled in the liquidity. So if BNB drops in price, our liquidity is automatically dragged down and our market cap is automatically being dragged down. So even if there is no one selling at this time, you would see us, with a decrease. So all of this was organic exposure, nothing particular big hitting from the marketing side, just this constant exposure we had going. And then we topped it off right here around this time with a CoinGecko listing. Around this time we did list on CoinMarketCap, but this was an untracked listing. Yeah, still all the alerts went out for the people which basically swing trade all the CoinMarketCap listings. But right after the listing, you see we went in a consolidation process, in a floor finding process, which is healthy. You need this stages of a project. Yeah, this is very, very important here. But again, you see here a lot of profit takers. Then step by step, we can see here we did build up the momentum again to break this last all-time high we made there. And then sitting right now again still in the middle of the pump. And topping the pump off with Yahoo Finance, possibly Bloomberg, this big press release going on. Yeah. So there is no switch for marketing we could just turn on. There was no switch which caused all of this. Yeah, we had no big promotion campaign or something like this running at the time. This was all made, I would say community made, and exposure game we played. Because right there, let's see, right after the pre-sale, so our pre-sale, just a little bit of background info, our pre-sale was actually around 80k-ish market cap, which we started on after the pre-sale. We had a longer sideways movement around, let's say, 20-25 days. We had a sideways movement. This seems very flat here right now because of this. If we zoom in there, give me a second, take some time. If we zoom in there right at launch, you see this still looks like the normal chart. Yeah, we had some drops, we had some pumps going on in this time, but of course, compared to this, all of this looks very, very small. So we had this sideways movement for a longer time, and at this time we created a lot of exposure. We had Poocoin ads running, we had a Golden Week running, we had CoinMooner ads running, we had different promo callouts from influencers and all that stuff. But nothing really transitioned into this instant pump. Yeah, there is no marketing which creates you a instant pump in the chart. Yeah, if you have this instant pump, you will most likely always see the instant dump right afterwards, and very hard to maintain such a growth in the chart. As you can see here, if you play this organic game, you will hold higher floors with it because you are constantly building a bond between community and project. You are actively working with the community. I also have to say our community is very, very dedicated to the project. Yeah, so we couldn't have a better community for this project, I have to say. But again, just a little insight, because of course in some other projects you will always see the people, we need marketing, um, we need a pump, create some FOMO please, yeah. This is not easy, and there is no switch to just turn on and to transition into a pump. Yeah, this will always be a combination, mainly from the community. So community is deciding a lot of the future of a project, but also of course with the team. I'm on your side if there's literally no marketing happening. This is also bad. But if you mix marketing, which is aimed to create a lot of exposure, together with a very nice community, yeah, you will see good good pumping times and very healthy consolidation times in holding a high floor. Because keep in mind, from down there, we started here at around 120k-ish market cap, and this all-time high here was at roughly 4 million. There are people which did buy somewhere here around $1,000, which have been sitting on $40,000 right here. Yeah, because this was basically roughly a 40x for the people. Yeah, so this could look a lot different if people really wanted to dump our chart. Yeah, this could look a lot different. Of course, there will always be some profits taken. You need to take some profits at certain times in a project. Yeah, nothing wrong about this one. But this could look a lot different. A lot. Yeah, but this shows again the strength of our community, I have to say. Especially, keep in mind, all of this was happening in a red market, in a overall very, very silent market. Here, we had this bonus of BNB rising together with us and just picking us up on this drive up. And yeah, basically, this is what we see in the chart, and all of this together, exposure, organic growth focus, paired with this community, with this very, very active community, you will end up with charts like this. Very, very healthy charts. And of course, this is still the main focus. So for the people which are new, you will see, if you stick around here a few days, that we have a very, very active team. Yeah, we still have the day jobs. That's why we are not full docs, because this could lead to problems with our jobs in finance. But you will see us very, very active in here, working a lot with community and having daily AMAs, sometimes 2 AMAs a day, if I have the time. And yeah, basically, it's the only way we considered we can grow as a project in a healthy way, is to create a very, very strong community. And so far, I have to say, we have a really, really strong community. Reminds me a lot of other communities, which I do not need to say right now. But yes, this for the project at the moment. The things which are coming in the future. Please someone get rid of this bots. Like, just crazy. Alright. Are there any questions? Additionally. But we have people like Harry the Schiller and McDale and Moneybin keeping us strong when you guys go to work. Definitely. This is what I was saying. These people are the driving factors. Yeah, putting up all the Reddit posts and everything. And you as a community, if you participate in this, you will see a lot of growth in the future and healthy charts. Of course, we will always have, after a pump, there will always be at some point a floor finding process and a consolidation and everything. But this is needed. Yeah, this is needed these times. But exactly, Dale, Moneybin, Connor, Ryan, Chris, Harry, All of these people you will see a lot around here. They are, I would say, hardcore shillers. And if you have the time, help them out. Yeah, help the project out. Help your own investment if you have the time. This is huge for a project to have such a community. Of course, I said your name, Ryan. You are not in horny jail right now. All right. Are there any additional questions so far?
Hello, Paul. Good morning from Melbourne. Can you hear me properly?
I can hear you. Yes. Hello, mate.
Yeah, yeah. Good morning. Sorry, I'm driving. That's why I asked you. Can you hear me? I'm on Bluetooth. I just joined the chat in the middle, and I spoke to you a couple of days ago, and as you said, the community is great. There is no doubt about it. I told my 5 other friends about this project, and they are in also. And we believe in you. We believe in your project. I just want to ask a question. I joined the chat in the middle. What's happening with the Safe Moon? I didn't get it properly. Can you quickly tell me, please?
So from the investment side, we will start to invest into SafeMoon, dollar cost average into SafeMoon from the investment side. If you think about the SafeMoon listing, there is a requirement that we need to be a registered company, which is what we are working on right now to get this project as a registered company, and yeah, completely legal from this legal side. And then once we are a registered company, we can go for the SafeMoon listing. Of course, no guarantee that we will actually list, but I think the chances are pretty good for the SafeMoon listing, especially with our community. I hope I could answer the question for the SafeMoon part.
Yeah. Thank you very much. That would be actually really great, if we list there.
Definitely. That's also why we did set it on our to-do list, because with SafeMoon also launching an exchange sometimes in the future, and seeing some projects getting listed on SafeMoon, and of course getting this huge exposure. Yeah, this is just a step you should always aim to go right now at this time.
Thank you very much, Paul. You have I don't know if it's night there or day, but you have a lovely day.
Thank you. Right now it's around 8:30 p.m. So a little bit of time left to put some work in. All right. Additional questions? Anything unclear about the next steps we want to make? The next things we're gonna do. Keep in mind there might be a poll coming up soon. Yeah, not today. For the next investment edition. But let's see. We are just constantly vetting projects, watching the markets. We will see. Right now we will start to add SafeMoon slowly but surely in our portfolio. All right. No more additional questions. Whoops,
Paul,
yes.
sorry, Paul. Not a question. It's Moneybin. How are you?
Moneybin, how are you? Nice.
Okay, I'm getting yourself.
Yeah, definitely.
We have power, so we can talk.
You still there, Moneybin?
Yeah, can you hear me? There's a bit of lag. Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you again.
Oh, there we go. It's just a bit of lag. Yeah, I just wanted to say that. Also, I just want to remind the team that we had, I think yesterday, we had an incident whereby we had 1 or 2 people sending me messages saying that there were people out there impersonating the mods and admins, etc., and devs. So just be vigilant, everybody. It's a scam. Do not go asking for seed phrases and things like that. a reminder: do not give your seed phrase to anybody because you will lose all your funds. They've been talking, people in the private messaging, DMing them and saying, set your seed phrase because we need to, re-register the project, things like that. So just please be very careful. You will not DM first anybody. You will not DM first. Admins, mods will not do that. So please be cautious.
Definitely. Very, very important part there. Just again, because we had quite some incidents in the past with such things. Be aware we do not DM you first unless we have an ongoing conversation, then this is no problem. But we would never ask for any funds, any seed phrase, or anything from you. This is stay safe. They are very smart, sometimes not so smart, because I had someone impersonating myself who did try to contact me, which is just a dumb move overall, but yeah. Any thoughts on a Certic audit in the future? Yes, of course. Certic we have on the roadmap. The thing with Certic is just it is a very expensive audit, which is not bad at all because they have a very, very good standing in the crypto space, as we all know. We want to do it in the future, Certic. Definitely. Cyrus. Okay. Can't see an additional question right now. Or no. Yeah, stay safe in the crypto space. Can't stress that enough. A lot of scam going on in the crypto space. Stay safe from this side. And if there is no additional question, as always, if there is a question striking you after the AMA, just write it in the chat and let us know. Or DM one of us, but keep in mind, if you DM one of us, it is right now very, very hard to keep up with DMs at the moment. We are working on them consecutively, but it might happen that you need to write us maybe 2 times or 3 times, just so we see it. All right. Then I would say we will all enjoy the rest of the Sunday or the start of the Sunday. It depends on the time zone you are in. And thank you for attending today's AMA. Keep in mind, daily AMAs always around 18 to 19 UTC, starting around 18 to 19 UTC. And on the weekends, I try to at least have one AMA at a earlier time zone, just to cover more time zones. And yes, thank you all for attending. It is just nice to have a lot of people sitting around in the AMA every day. Just shows again the power of this community. Alright people, thank you for attending. Stay safe in this place. And we will hear each other again. Bye bye.